Hey guys, Gary with Door Closers USA. Today I'm going to go over kind of how to identify storefront overhead concealed arms, their applications, and hopefully help you guys make a better decision about which one you need or which one you need to buy. So down here I have the four common overhead concealed arm types, and obviously with the arms away from the door, it's pretty easy to identify the differences and how they look and whatnot. But let me first kind of go over sort of what application. So here's the most popular one. This right here is what we call a side load arm. So the application is going to be a center hung door that can swing in both directions, such as our Illumitrex door behind me, which I'll go and show you in a second. And it has this block here, and it attaches with 3 Allen bolts. Now, more than likely, this portion of it will be covered by a plate on the door that you won't see. So this is called the side load arm because you're loading the door from the side. Let's go ahead and take a look at the door type to see it in person. So over here, we have our Illumitrex double acting storefront door system. Double acting, like I was telling you earlier, it can open from this side or it can open from this side because of the doors in the center. It's center hung. So if you're trying to identify which arm you need, look at the top of your door. Again, all these arms work with this type of closer. If you look here, this is a concealed closer. This particular example is the Caliber brand. We have all the brands, so if you don't have a Caliber, don't freak out. We carry the arms for all brands and models. But this is the arm right here. So here's the arm here. This is the side load arm. You can see there's the 3 Allen bolts. And again, side load because you load the door from the side. And you can see here, same one. Obviously I have that sticker there, but there's 3 bolts there. So this is called the side load arm. If you have a door like this, this is the arm for you. Now coming back over here, this is an end load arm. So similar door in that the door will still be considered double acting, but if you look at this block, it's actually only a 2-hole block. And as you can guess, it's because you're loading the door from the end. So if you look at this example, if you have an end load arm, you'll be able to tell because there won't be any sort of plate or anything here. It'll be solid door. But if you open the door, there's usually a cutaway that can peel down, and then when you peel that out, you'll see these 2 bolts here, indicating that you have an end load arm. And then of course, if that's the door type you have, you're going to be using, the end load style arm. So unfortunately, I don't have an end load, an Illumitrex end load door here in the shop. We typically only do the side load. But older doors, they do have end load, so something to keep in mind. But that's an easy way to identify the 2 double acting type of arms. Now, moving over here, these are what we call our offset track arms, and they're not used on double acting doors. They're going to be used on doors that can swing in only one direction. What that means is you'll commonly see these types of arms on an offset pivot hung door or a butt hinge door. So let me go ahead and show you an example. So our entrance light door system utilizes pivot hinges. Now this particular model has a surface closer on the other side, but for those offset track arms, what you're looking at is if you have the concealed closer and you have pivot hinges like these, or it's traditional butt hinges, and you have the concealed closer, then you're going to have the track arm. And you can always tell because if you open the door and look up, you'll see the track arm. So let me go ahead and show you guys here. So here are the 2 track arms. You can see that these portions are actually pretty similar. There is a few slight differences, but basically if you have an offset pivot hung door with the concealed closer, if you open the door and look up, you'll actually see this arm as you open the door because it's sliding in the track. So what you're going to notice is there's actually 2 different track arms to select from. So if you narrow it down to where you do need a track arm, here's the easiest way to tell. These tracks, they both have different types of slide blocks. And they're probably worn, so it might be kind of hard to tell, you know, if you stand on a ladder and look at the top web of the door. But if you do, these are mounted in the top rail of the door. So the actual track will be, when I say top rail of the door, it's actually in here. It's in here. So on an offset door, that is. So the easiest way to tell which type you have is to actually measure the track itself. Get on a ladder and grab a tape measure. So this one right here, if I were to measure this track, this is 15 and 5/16 inch track model, whereas this one's the 12 and 7/8 inch track model. So that's primarily how you can figure out which offset arm type you have. Now, if you're in a situation where your arm is pretty good, you just want to replace the slide block, again, to determine which slide block you need, measure the track and let us know, and then we can give you the appropriate slide block. But like I said, these are all of the concealed arm types for overhead concealed closers. And then so basically, here's an international door closer, concealed closer. Like I said, we carry all the brands and models, and we carry all of their branded arms as well. But with that being said, these arm types, it's utilized on a concealed closer. So here's a better look, just in case some of you aren't aware of what a concealed closer is. They're actually really nice systems. They're not bulky like a normal surface closer, so they're a little bit more aesthetically pleasing because they're concealed, more high-end. But yeah, so these are the arm types for it. I hope this helps, guys. All of this is available at doorclosersusa.com. Thank you.